Ever wondered who plans the deadliest development in the history of the Marvel Universe? That character was Doctor Doom, and everyone knows he is one of the most legendary and respected villains in Marvel. The very sight of him gives the heroes and villains goosebumps all over their bodies. Doctor Doom is not your everyday villain, he is an engineer, a super strong character in the entire Marvel Universe, and the actual king of a sovereign nation, Latveria. His thinking capacity and the desire to come on top make him a very formidable foe. In the Avengers Doomsday series, Doctor Doom's smarts and brimming forces rise up to the occasion. Now, they indeed pose a serious danger to the superheroes we all adore. In this video, you will learn about Doctor Doom's place of origin, the powers that he possesses, and even the most interesting stories surrounding this character. We will also examine how he will be involved in the Avengers Doomsday story arc, explaining why he is one of the most complex characters in the Marvel Comics. Get ready for a detailed look at the man behind the mask. Who is Doctor Doom? Origin story. Doctor Doom has got to be among the most fascinating characters in the Marvel comic world. When Victor was a child, he was intelligent and had a nice ability to create something. Besides being a smart man with a great passion for learning, he also had a passion for making things right in the world. But he was always sad throughout his life. Victor's mother, who was a witch, was brutally killed when he was still young. This loss made an impact on him, and this forced him to look for power, and knowledge made an impact on him, and this forced him to look for power and knowledge. As Victor grew up, he had a rivalry with Reed Richards, who later became Mr. Fantastic of the Fantastic Four. Their relationship was complicated. Both were smart, but Victor felt like he was in Reed's shadow because of Reed's success. This rivalry made Victor determined to prove himself, no matter what it took. Transformation into Doctor Doom. Victor's change into Doctor Doom didn't happen overnight. This situation began when he was a teenage student at a prestigious institution. It was during these times that he grew more curious to learn the mysteries of the universe, especially the mystery behind life and death. But unfortunately, that glory came to a halt one unfortunate day when one of his trials went terribly wrong, resulting in an explosion that left his face mutilated. Instead of letting this defeat him, Victor turned each and every pain into strength. He turned to dark magic and advanced technology to make himself stronger and take control of his life. An important point was when he created his famous metal arm, a gadget that allowed total domination over others. This is the moment Victor Von Doom seeks the new identity of Doctor Doom, a ruthless villain set to accomplish all his revenge plans against those guilty of betrayal. Powers and abilities in the MCU. Genius-level intellect. He also has an intelligent brain. He graduated from top schools and even studied with Reed Richards, a founding member of the Fantastic Four. Doom can invent fantastic devices taking into account advanced technologies in the MCU. When he has to confront his opponents, he knows how to use his wit and manages to come up with ideas that alter the course of warfare. He is not simply a supervillain. He is a brilliant tactician who thinks his way around every obstacle. Advanced armor and technology. One of Doctor Doom's most famous features is his armor. This armor is functional as it incorporates science and even magic into it. It makes him physically strong and sufficiently durable to the extent that it becomes hard to defeat him in a hand-to-hand duel. The armor is also equipped with potent energy projectiles and constructs which help to defend him from other attacks too. In the MCU, Doom uses his technology to make weapons that can cause great destruction. His engineering skills let him constantly improve his armor, keeping him ahead of his enemies. His genius mind and advanced technology make him a tough opponent. Magical abilities. Doctor Doom is also very skilled in magic. He learned magic from various sources, adding to his already powerful abilities. This magic lets him do amazing things that science alone can't explain. He is able to create magic, draw forth mighty creatures, and metamorphose the world in ways that ought not to let the bend of the ordinary. In the MCU, other than making him more effective in battles, his magical abilities imply that he is not merely a technological whiz, but a technological and mystical genius. It is this, too, that makes Doctor Doom have more than meets the eye, because he simply seeks the most effective way of using both sorcery as well as technology. Doctor Doom in the MCU? Current MCU status. Many of the Marvel Cinematic Universe fans are well aware of one of the popular characters among the villains, Doctor Doom, but he is not officially ever featured as part of the cast in films. Still, fans continue to speculate on how they are going to use him in the series. Many fans currently expect his first appearance to be in the long-awaited Fantastic Four motion picture, which has an official release date for 2025. Most people assume that this paper may give birth to Doctor Doom in a very contrasting manner, at least from a pure villain's perspective. Very recently, it has been affirmed that Robert Downey Jr. would play the character of Victor Von Doomsday. It is rather an enthusiasm for fans over how the Iron Man actor will play this character. As a fan, I think Doctor Doom's complexity makes him more relatable than many heroes. This kind of storytelling could make him an even more interesting character in the MCU. Connections to other characters. Doctor Doom has important relationships with other Marvel characters that shape his story. He is mainly known as the main enemy of the Fantastic Four. Doom's rivalry with them comes from his desire for power and his need to show that he is better than Reed Richards, who is also known as Mr. Fantastic. This rivalry could create exciting conflicts in the MCU, especially if the Fantastic Four have big parts in future stories. Doctor Doom's link to the Avengers makes things even more interesting. In the comics, he has battled the Avengers many times, showing off his intelligence and smart planning. Doom is not just a typical villain, but there is potential for his character to join forces or even fight against iconic heroes like Captain America or Iron Man. This should make seeing Thanos less of a problem. Recent moves in the marketing of the character have made fans especially interested in how he would interact with characters such as Scarlet Witch, who have their own complex relationship with powerful abilities. Key storylines. Several famous comic book stories could influence how Doctor Doom is shown in the MCU. One important storyline is Secret Wars, where Doom gets incredible powers and creates his own world. This story highlights his ambition and shows that he is a complex character who thinks he knows what's best for everyone. The MCU could focus on similar ideas, showing Doom's wish to change reality to fit his vision. Another important storyline is Doom War, where Doctor Doom fights against Black Panther and other heroes. This story shows the resourcefulness and intelligence of the character Doom, which makes one wonder how much more these attributes could feature in the MCU. By borrowing these elements from the comic book sketches, the MCU shall be able to mold a Doctor Doom character that has a mind of his own with convictions and obstacles against tyranny and global domination instead of just another evil boss. Character traits. Doctor Doom, just like every other Marvel character, has a single motive and build that makes it hard to model. He is honorable by nature, but there is power in him that makes such nurturing oftentimes conflicting. He, however, is not a good looker. Although he gets to do bad stuff, in his mind, whatever action he takes is to bring about a certain order free from disorder and pain. His pride is also a very crucial aspect of himself. He thinks that he is superior to others, which is also his biggest weakness. Being like that makes him unwilling to accept any kind of assistance because he is confident that all his aims will be achieved without any help. Doctor Doom is known for his intelligence. He is not only a brilliant scientist, but also a clever strategist. His smart thinking helps him outsmart many heroes and even trick them to get what he wants. However, his intelligence can also be a weakness because it makes him underestimate how determined others can be. Doom's motivations come from a sad past. He wants power not just to control others but also to protect his home, Latveria. His desire to dictate is motivated by a need to improve his nation and also by hatred toward the demons who took his mother away. This story portrays a complex character, whom we probably hate for being a villain, as one who longs for redemption, motivated by losses rather than one who indulges in evil for no reason. His extreme actions come from a need to never feel helpless again. The Avengers Doomsday storyline. The day Avengers Doomsday would be released is one of the most anticipated events in the history of Marvel Comics, as the Avengers go against one of their greatest foes ever, Doctor Doom. This may potentially be a very interesting story since one of the villains can stretch the paradise of heroes in a way they never thought would be possible. The plot will focus on a big disaster that will threaten not just Earth, but the whole universe. In this storyline, Doctor Doom will be a powerful and smart enemy. he will use his intelligence and advanced technology to cause chaos. His main goal will be to gain ultimate power and control over reality. Doom's ambition will make him a serious threat to the Avengers because he will rely on his brains as much as his strength. His knowledge of magic and science will give him an edge that the Avengers will find hard to beat. Dr. Doom's future in the MCU. Dr. Doom is one of the characters who is captivating to the audience. One common speculation is that Dr. Doom will graduate into the multiverse saga. After all, there is the multiverse incorporated into movies like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness or Spider-Man: No Way Home, where each possibility is enhanced and expanded. Fans hope that when the Fantastic Four make their long-awaited debut in the MCU, he will be the central villain. If this turns true, this will be insane and also create some interesting dynamics with some great characters such as Richard Reed, who is seen as Doom's intelligent antagonist. There is the potential where these films could explore the importance of Mona Doom's representation within the universe. However, Doom shouldn't be seen merely as a fighter. He's quite intelligent and a skilled designer, and what has been done of late could very well lead to stories owing more on issues of power, control, and morality that the course explores. For the future that is coming towards us, it seems that Dr. Doom will be enlisted soon in the MCU. Be it the undesirable Doom against the Fantastic Four or the multiverse, whichever doctrine he prescribes, his omnipotent actions in the learning of the MCU are monumental. Please like this video, subscribe, and comment on this brilliant character of Dr. Doom. Where do you guess he will go in the MCU? Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.